everybody. Welcome to the Top Dog Show right here on the Big Play Sports Network presented by FanDuel. I'm Maria Cribbs alongside my NFL greats here. We got Josh Cribbs. We got the Phil Taylor and the top dog himself, Mr. Hanford Dixon, is in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, baby. You know how we do it.
That bark is getting a little,
He needs some Ricola. He needs some Ricola and some hot tea.
Rejuvenation.
Yeah. On today's show, of course, we got your Browns headlines. We're going to do our pick six question of the day, and then we're also going to take a trip down memory lane. You know, y'all got some about one of these games y'all done been through, especially against the Ravens several times over. But I heard someone was suited and booted up the other night doing some special hosting. Hanford, what were you doing downtown?
Hey, when I heard you say suited up and booted up, I knew you were coming right at me.
You know it.
Suited and booted.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't get anything by you. How did you find out about that?
Little birdie told me.
But anyway, it was a pretty nice event. Last night was the 27th annual Taste of the Browns. And it's such a great event. I mean, obviously, they raised a lot of money for the Cleveland Food Bank. And I was co-hosting it along with John Dawgs, who's with Channel 5, and then also Joe Patonio was out there. And it's so funny because, I was giving Joel a hard time because a lot of the guys that came talking about the current players, they were offensive linemen. And I said, well, God damn, with all this food we got, I know why they out here.
Boy, gotta eat. They gotta eat.
Yeah, they want to eat. And then also we had, where the hell were you guys? Because we had a bunch of alumni out there. So what happened? Where were you guys?
I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
But
we got young kids. We got young individuals to take care of.
But it was, guys, it was a really, really nice event. And if you haven't been over to the food bank, because I've been over to their facilities and just to see what they do and all the people that they feed, it's just amazing.
Absolutely.
It's just absolutely amazing. But again, it was a nice event. Very, very, I mean, I was surprised at how many people were there. It was
it's always packed.
It's like that every year.
The food is always great too.
Because you guys have been before.
Yeah, we've been, and I again, shout out to the Cleveland Food Bank, and a lot of the fans, put together a great opportunity to donate for them. Yeah. I think that's awesome that the Browns put on there, and then a lot of players come as well.
Were there any cameos like Shador? Was Dylan Gabriel out there? Did any of them stop by?
No, they better be somewhere trying to get in a playbook. That's what they better be doing.
Right,
but to answer your question, no.
Okay, not this time.
Who had the best food out there?
Hey, dog, can you believe this? And I'm going to tell you this, and I know you're not going to believe me. The whole time I was there, I did not eat one.
That happens.
What? You mingling?
I hate that because you're working.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat while you're taking pictures, signing autographs.
Yeah. And that happens to me every year. I never get to dive into the food. And we have a couple of our.
I dive into them.
Yeah, because I'm over there talking and taking pictures.
I'm going as a judge.
But a couple of the staff members, they always make me a plate because they see me. And so you got to get one of the staff members just to make you a plate to go at least.
You know what? Now, you just, because I got mad at myself. When I was in the car, driving back.
God dang it, I got to get something to eat.
I was thinking about that plate. I said, I should have had one, but go back in the back, give me a plate,
growling.
and just load up.
Yes.
But again, you guys know Rocco.
Right.
Oh, yes, Rocco.
He's always there. And
absolutely. That's his element.
He was one of, and I know you like desserts.
I do. I love desserts. I would have been eating all that stuff. You can't go home with any
like
you ain't even touch desserts.
I didn't even touch nothing. Banana
he was salivating.
They had banana pudding up there.
Cake or something like that. I was looking at it though, but I didn't eat it.
Salivating.
Well,
he was salivating when he got home.
There's something also something special going on this weekend. The 40th anniversary of the Dog Pound.
Oh,
Hanford.
yeah.
That's all about you right there. That's your anniversary.
That 1985
That's all you right there.
Hey, all the dogs coming back.
Yes.
They're coming back in.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's going to be, obviously, you guys know, this is going to be a great event because they're tying it in with the alumni weekend.
Yes.
And anybody you guys looking forward to seeing some of your old...
I love seeing the old guys because you guys were coming, out to the games and out to the events when I was still playing.
Now, wait a minute.
So
how come, you see how they do me?
Oh, you
see how they do me? What he talking? See
alumni.
How they talk about the old guys?
I'm like, did he just say the old guys? Like, that's disrespectful.
No, it's not.
Facts.
Okay, Don.
Facts. They talking about 1985. I'm
guys
on the
paved the
upside
way.
of 50. I'm headed towards 50, and I wasn't.
You are.
I was 2.
Okay.
And he was already in his prime. And we're gonna talk about this later in
Don't
his
be calling
Frank,
nobody old.
his Frank Lucas era.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and finish.
Is your guy Minnie gonna be in town?
He is.
Let the
Mighty
people
Minnie,
know.
You know, Minnie Field doesn't get back here. He's living in Lexington, Kentucky right now, so he don't get back here a lot. But he's coming in. So and then Ozzy is Ozzy's coming in.
Got a
So
bone to pick with Ozzy.
my
You do?
dog.
We're gonna
My
have to
dog.
talk. We're gonna have to talk.
You know that's my dog.
He
There
bring
now.
up
You know
Ozzy
that's
every
my
day, every time
dog.
we hear.
Because Ozzy always about to retire. I'm like, man, retire, man. Let them have. And he always stays, and then they do well. And I don't. It just doesn't sit right with me,
Yeah,
man.
because a lot
He's
of people,
our great.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that he's retired, but he has not. He
hasn't,
is
no.
there every single morning.
I want him to retire.
He is one of the first people.
Stop helping
he's
the Ravens.
He's one of the first people in the building. I don't know if you guys, if you noticed this when they showed the draft room of the Baltimore Ravens, you see Ozzy sitting right in that draft room, right in
I
that
ain't
draft.
going nowhere. But hold on.
Because Eric DaCosta, who is the general manager right now, and they didn't want to lose Eric, so I just say, hey, it's okay, let him have the title. And but you could see that the two of them, they're going back and forth on who to draft and when to draft them. So
I don't know, you calling people old heads, but I feel like the old heads was doing it better than y'all young cats out here. Because I heard you hold on, somebody was coming to the game, showing up to the game
Frank Lucas style.
with the fur coat.
Yeah, with the fish aquarium in his shoes.
Are you serious? Hold on, you
Oh,
had
yeah.
fur coats showing
Jerry
up to the
curl
game in the
juice.
furs.
Furs.
you know what, Frank and I, that's what's so funny though. We were
With no shirts on.
We had our whole uniform on.
Okay.
We had our whole uniform on, and we would come. Back then, it was the old stadium where the Indians. Yeah, it was Indians back then, but they had the dugout. So we would come out of that dugout, and Frank and I would have on these fur coats. I had a long fur coat on. Frank had the short one, and we would go straight to the dog.
Did y'all plan it?
Hell no.
Oh, you ain't gonna do it. Hey, dog, I'm wearing my short when you wear the long one, dog, all
He said, I
right?
wear my short when you wear my long. You wear the long one.
You know what we used to say when we played?
What's that?
Socks and jocks.
Oh.
Because if you come out with anything else, you don't have your mind on football. Like if you got on all this trying to stay warm,
Yeah.
you don't have your mind on football. We tell them socks and jocks, baby, and we look at them. We walk around, we look at
Yo,
them.
look at them. You know one thing we looking forward to? Talking about this Ravens and Browns.
Do we have
that
to?
beat down. You know we got it. That's what they want. That's what we want. When
Let's
we
do
come
it.
right back, don't you guys go anywhere.
Browns headlines are brought to you by Smart Choice Windows.
Smart Choice Windows is the place to go when you need to upgrade your home. And right now they're running some awesome promotions like buy 2 windows, get 2 free. $1,500 off whole home siding or $500 off entry door installation. Plus they offer great financing and no money down, no interest until 2027.
So if you're ready for quieter, more energy efficient windows, give them a call at 844-GET-SMART or head over to smartchoicewindows.com to schedule your free, no pressure estimate today. And make sure to ask about the Big Play bonus to get an additional 10% off all promotions.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, this is the Browns headlines brought to you by Smart Choice Windows. Now, guys, y'all consider this a beatdown? The Ravens 41, Browns 17.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna kick it to my two partners over here. I consider it a beatdown. They don't, but I consider it a beatdown. I think on all 3 phases. I'm talking about special teams, offense, and defense. And before I go into it any further, I'm gonna throw it to them because I know
you about to go.
I know they disagree with me here.
No, well, I don't disagree. It's a beatdown. They won.
Right.
The Ravens won in all 3 phases. However, our defense has proven that they can be the real deal this year, but they need complementary football. They can't keep being on the field every 3 and out from the offense, and now they back on the field 3 and out. Denzel Ward, rightfully so, came out of the game. I want him to continue to come out of the game when we have no chance to win, because we need him for the season. If we're stopping these guys, I'm gonna run down the stats a little bit. We kept, and there was a lot of talk about Derrick Henry. What do you have? 11 carries for 23 yards. I mean, they shut him down. They shut Lamar Jackson down as far as rushing. We had a total 84 more yards than they had. We converted more than they did. But yet the score significantly overshadowed the stats of the defense that still played a decent game until it got away from them. So I don't think they beat us, pound for pound. Their defense, our defense, but our defense did give up 41 points. And a few of that was due to a block kick and misfortunate having them been on the field too long.
Well, you want to go ahead.
I'm going to just piggyback off of Cribs. You know what I mean? Like I said, the defense, man, they stopped Derrick Henry. But I felt like we were too focused on Derrick Henry and forgot about the other weapons. You know what I mean? Like I said last week, we got to make Lamar throw. The Ravens came in saying they're going to make you throw. You got to throw, and he did it. So, I mean, hats off to them, but we just got to go back to the drawing board. And for the defense, I feel like we played well, but we just got to fix some small things on the back end, and I think we'll be all right.
Hold on, let me hop in when you said that. The back end, right?
Okay.
We have to find consistency for whoever comes in for Greg Newsome. We need another Greg Newsome. And what I mean by that is we need more consistency in that position, who's ever in the nickel, because when Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome was opposite of each other, we're shutting guys down on the outside. They were killing us in the slots. Whenever they threw from a motion down and then it was the slot player, we're only 2 games in. I'm not saying that who's ever playing nickel is a bust and needs to, they need to elevate someone else. I mean, he needs more consistent play to garner respect, because right now we don't have a trio like we had with Denzel Ward, Martin Emerson, and Greg Newsome. Since MJ is down, Greg Newsome is on outside, and we have no slot, support or shutdown play from our slot defenders, and that's what in the back end. That was the only problem to me that I saw defensively.
Well, you have to give the Baltimore Ravens a lot of credit, okay, because their game plan was totally different. I mean, they knew coming into this ball game that our whole concentration was going to be to shut down Derrick Henry and shut down Lamar, just like you said, running the football. Okay, this will tell you their whole game plan was totally different. If you look at let's just say the first quarter. How many first quarters have we seen the Ravens play where Lamar didn't at least have 5 rushes or 6 rushes? He didn't even attempt to rush the ball. I mean, he was concentrating on throwing the football. Okay, yeah, they tried to run Derrick Henry a little bit, but we shut that down. But what happened with the Baltimore Ravens? They adjusted. We didn't adjust.
Absolutely.
We didn't adjust to the whole thing. That was the problem. I mean, they came back. We can say what we want to say about, and sure, you want everybody to play together, talking about offense, defense. We all know our offense got to pick it up a little bit. We got to do better. But our defense got to hold them up until they get better.
I don't think that's possible, man. I think a guy like you, if you're playing defense, you're cussing out our offense.
Yes, I am. But here's the attitude also.
Yes, I am.
But here's the attitude also we got in our mind. We know that they're gonna screw up. We know that they're gonna do something. They're gonna have a turnover or something. Or we're gonna have to come in where and we got to stop them. We didn't do that. We didn't do that defensively.
I think in the second half, in the first half, we did.
We gave up 41 points. I don't care how you want to look at it. I don't care how they scored them. We gave up 41 points. We can't give up those kind of numbers with our offense and expect to win a ball game. They can't score 41 right now.
So if you look at how that game played, right, you said it. The Baltimore Ravens at halftime made adjustments. What was the score at halftime? It was a game. We were down, but it was a ball game. Oh, we scored 1 touchdown. We're back in it. Now they're frightful because they don't play well with a lead. The Ravens do. They've traditionally been giving up these huge leads they did the week before. We just made our adjustments wasn't implemented. I'm sure they went into halftime and had some adjustments made. The Ravens did too. Every team does at halftime. Yeah. Whatever the Ravens did, it worked. Yeah. They implemented their adjustments. And guess what? Our offense just was flat. And I can't fault the defense for being on the field every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, you back out there after covering a drive against the Baltimore Ravens. Now you're back out there again after we just kicked off. Now they got the ball. They blocked the punt. Oh, Lord, now we're back on the field. Again, look, y'all just Stop them. You just came off the field. 3 and out. They block a punt. Now you're in the red zone having to stop a playoff Super Bowl caliber team. So to put all of that on the defense, and they gave up 41 when it was a block punt and with turnovers and, these issues and being on the field so long. I just don't blame them because of how the game shook out. And if you look at the stats, no one had a big game from the Ravens. No one played. There was not a big game because y'all. I saying y'all like you was on defense. The defense had a short field a lot.
I'm with you,
They
dog.
were playing with a short field, so
Yeah.
I think the offense was flat. They provided nothing for the game, and special teams cannot have these snafus, these fluke type of events. Where I'm gonna tell you this, I don't blame the young guy from O State, the undrafted free agent. What's his name? Who got the punt block? Ronnie Hickman.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
On the punt block, okay, when they blocked the punt, defense came on the field. During that transition, what happened? Did we give up 3 or did we give up a touchdown?
We basically gave up 3 and a possible touchdown.
Let
me tell you this.
You playing spades. You ain't playing spades, Josh.
No, I saw where he was going. I saw where he was going because the defense had to come back on the field. But they were already in field goal situation. They was already in the field goal position. They could have just took a knee and kicked the field goal. They already was in scoring position.
Right.
But you're playing against a Super Bowl caliber playoff team. Yeah. You get a punt, and the reason why I say I don't blame them, Nick Chubb had a punt block before. I coached him before he became the starter. He gave up a punt block, and it wasn't he got overpowered. He fell asleep. You have to be 100% attention to detail 100% of the time on punt protection, or you give up a punt.
Who was the safety that he ran through?
Ronnie Hickman.
Ronnie ought to be ashamed of himself. Let me tell you something.
It'll happen.
Ronnie ought to be ashamed of himself.
99% of the
was
time, he's going to
terrible.
block.
I mean, that was.
But it takes 1%.
That was terrible. I know. What you have to do is when that guy comes, you got to center him up and you got to give yourself up. That's like a running back you got a blister coming in at the quarterback. You can't just sidestep him like that. I mean, you got to see, dog,
You are absolutely correct.
I guarantee you there's no way. If you were back there, there's no way you would have let that guy sidestep you like that.
I understood the importance of it. Ronnie Hickman was also playing heavy in nickel as well. So he was
tired?
Nah, I'm
Can't
not
give
saying
him
he
an
was tired.
excuse, Cribs. Can't give him an excuse.
I'm not giving him an excuse. I coach that area. It takes 100% attention to detail. 100. You can't be 99 because it only takes that 1%. He knows exactly what he did wrong.
Here's what Josh would have told him during the meeting, during the film. Ronnie, I know you were tired.
No.
Because you were playing.
Absolutely
nickel.
not.
You were playing all these other different snaps.
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's what it sound like, man. That's what it sound like.
You accountable if you give up a touchdown, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you need a coach to tell you what you did wrong when you was
Yes,
a veteran?
sometimes.
When you was a veteran?
Sometimes it's good
I
to
doubt
hear.
that. You wearing a
Sometimes it's good to hear.
a fur.
Sometimes it's good to
Don't
hear.
hit me with the sentimental.
Yeah, the coach ain't telling no man with a first
Phil,
nothing.
Phil,
He
if you
the
make
whole
a
thing.
all right, let me ask Phil. Let me see if Phil.
You know who's gonna tell me?
Let me see if Phil.
But see,
Go ahead.
Here's the problem we have. This is why I say the coach need to do it, because you look at a lot of our football team is a young football team,
Right.
And when you have veteran players on your team, I mean they're gonna let you know. I mean they're gonna talk to you.
Right.
They're gonna let you know what you
Absolutely,
need to know.
absolutely.
Because they are gonna be also that coach on the field.
Absolutely.
And but I just thought it was a terrible effort.
Absolutely.
I mean just terrible.
Absolutely. But I'm not saying he doesn't, he wasn't at fault or he wasn't deserving to get cursed out. I'm saying that he knew exactly when it happened what he should have done better.
And I guarantee you this.
I mean, everybody know
Exactly.
when something happened, what they should do
Exactly.
next time.
But that's my point.
And I guarantee
The point
you
is
this.
preventing that from happening at all.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It only take one time. He could do everything right 99% of the time, but the one time you don't, you give up a punt block. And that's what I was relating it to. Nick Chubb did it too, and he never did it again.
And that's what I was going to say. I think we all will agree that he can't wait to get back there again.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So he could square up somebody.
And knock somebody in the mouth.
Right.
Which he did the
Redeem
next
himself.
Whoever he
punt.
going against practice this week gonna have a rough week.
Exactly.
on him.
But he kept doing it. If you looked at the film, he was solid in there the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But you got to be solid 100% of the time on pump protection. That's why they practice it so much. So that's what I mean when he's playing other position. When you're not truly a core special teamer and you're thinking about offense or defense, you lose 1% concentration is all it takes to give up a punt block.
And I'm going to say this because I know we have to take a quick break.
3 minutes.
I'm going to say this. I think we've all had those moments in a game where we hate to go the day after and look at the film because we know we did something.
Because you know you're going to be highlighted doing something wrong.
You
be dreading that game, boy.
And your head coach
Right.
Look at this guy, Hanford Dixon, right here.
Hey, you remember when boys try to use the bathroom before they play? Come on.
And Hanford,
Can I be excused?
Nah, sit your ass down. You finna see this.
Now sit down right here. Sit down.
Hanford, you did kind of bring this up, though. What is wrong with our offense? Touch on it a little bit.
It's just, I don't think they're playing well in any phases. I mean, I'm talking about you look at the offensive line. I mean, the quarterback obviously is not playing well. I think as a unit, and then you even look at you don't see any separations. Separation between these wide receivers and the defensive backs, and obviously a running game. I mean, if you can't run the football, guys, you know you're going to have problems.
I don't know, man. It's tough, because I feel like Flacco, he's taking a step back. He's not looking well. The O-line, I feel like we're not blocking as well. You know what I mean? So this week should be a coming to Jesus meeting for the offense. They're 0-2. We had 2 divisional opponents the first 2 weeks. We gotta see what's going on because I like I said earlier, we give it 2 weeks before I think they'll let Dylan Gabriel get a shot. If we go 0-2 this next 2 weeks, I think Dylan Gabriel will definitely be. I
think our offense was flat. I think they were simply flat, and it's not that Flacco had a terrible game. Like you said, guys weren't getting open, and not just that. Maybe play calling wasn't quite there. The plays that we were calling wasn't bringing any separation. They watched film on us. They covered us.
Yeah.
It was covered. He was throwing a lot of passes away because nothing was there. And that's what you do as a veteran.
And they had pressure on him, too.
And they had pressure, but no one was there.
Yeah.
The plays aren't meant to hold the ball for 5 seconds. Most of these things are timing plays. So you drop back. By the time you go through 1 or 2 progressions, if no one's there, the defense is on you.
And that's why I said that offensive line didn't play well. I mean, because you're exactly right. I mean, they were putting a lot of pressure. And, guys, we have to face this, too. I mean, we didn't catch the Baltimore Ravens at the right time. I mean, because you talked about it earlier. They gave up the big lead and lost the game last week, and so to Buffalo. Yeah. And, boy, they were mad. I mean, they were coming here. They were determined. They were playing at home. They had the big celebration. What, it was 30 years, I think it was?
30th year, yeah.
Big 30-year celebration. Did you guys see Art Modell? Y'all didn't know Art Modell.
No.
Well, Art and Pat was in the booth, and everybody was getting mad because Art grabbed Pat, his wife, and kissed her. I mean, why you get mad at Art?
Oh, that's a little, wait a minute. Well, hold on. That's
you know how this city,
right there.
You know how this city feel
back in the
about
day,
Art.
that was respect back in the old time.
You know how the city feels. You know how the city feel about Art. When you move the team, but you move this team, and then this Browns team became the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. And then that next draft was, Ray Lewis and the boys. Yeah. You feel some type of way.
Let me say this, and I know we need to take a break, Maria, but let me tell you who I blame for that whole thing. I do not blame Art Modell. I blame Mayor White, who was the mayor at the time, the city of Cleveland. What happened was Art needed a new stadium. He was telling them he needed a new stadium. Art was one of those owners. You know how all these owners today, they're billionaires. They come in. Art's primary source of income was coming from the Cleveland Browns. Okay. Then he had the Indians, who was a tenant of his in there. So what we do, the city of Cleveland go ahead. They build, they take away his tenant. They build the new stadium over there for the Indians. And Art now, he's by himself, no tenant. So what happened was Al Lerner.
This is news for me.
Al
Go
Lerner.
Teach the young bucks.
History roll right here.
Al Lerner snoops in. Art didn't know anybody in Baltimore. Al set up the meeting between Art and the people in Baltimore. And so the Browns moved to Baltimore. guess who turns around and owns the Browns?
Al Lerner.
Al Lerner.
So who are you blaming in this process?
Al-
Are you blaming the city?
Did you ever know that?
No, I didn't know.
See,
Are you
learn
blaming the
something
city?
new.
I am blaming the city.
You blaming the city?
I am blaming the city because I think it was the city's fault. But Art, being the type of guy that he is, what he did was he said, okay, they could have been called the Baltimore Browns. Could have been, but he didn't do that. He left the name right here in Cleveland out of respect. Take us to break, Maria. Don't give us a
Learn something new
I
right
like
here.
that. I like
never
that.
knew
A
that
different
either.
perspective.
I think some fans might
Top Dawg
disagree.
called us. Look, don't go anywhere.
We might have a call-in session.
Be right back.
This segment is also brought to you by Smart Choice Baths.
If your bathroom needs an update, the team at Smart Choice Baths has you covered. Whether you're looking to replace your shower or do a whole bathroom remodel, Smart Choice can offer you the quality and expertise you'll need to make that experience an enjoyable one.
They offer custom designs tailored to your style and needs and have safe and accessible solutions with their walk-in options and other safety features. No matter what you need, they have you covered.
And right now they're offering $1,250 off all bathroom projects plus a free luxury upgrade. And it gets even better with their low monthly payments starting at just $199 per month or 0% financing for 24 months.
So be sure to check them out at smartchoicebaths.com or give them a call at 844-GET-SMART to set up a free estimate today. And don't forget to mention the Big Play bonus to receive an additional 10% off all promotions. Pick 6 is brought to you by Northeast Factory Direct.
Whether you're remodeling your kitchen, updating your furniture, freshening up your patio, or looking for a new mattress, Northeast Factory Direct is the place for you.
No fancy showrooms, no high-pressure salesmen, just high-quality items and great prices.
And it gets even better for our listeners. Just click the link in our socials and fill out what you're looking for, and we'll hook you up with a Big Play discount.
So visit them today in Cleveland, Euclid, Macedonia, and North Canton, or check them out online at northeastfactorydirect.com.
Welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, this segment right here is called the Pick 6 segment, and it's brought to you by Northeast Factory Direct. Now, you guys, we got to ask, how concerned are y'all about these special teams?
I'm not concerned. I trust Bubba Ventrone to make the necessary changes. Our kicker, Andre Smith, he showed that he can kick. He's settled down. I need to see more consistency out of him.
Had a punt blocked,
Yes.
gave up a long return, and missed 2 kicks.
That was the week prior. Yeah, I got
Okay.
that. I got that.
Don't be trying to just rush it off. That's a
Kicking
lot.
issues, I think, doesn't reflect on the coach. I don't think that's fair. But when you get into punt protection, that does. Regardless of players making mistakes, the coach is always to blame, unfortunately. Because a lot of times, I guarantee you, they practice a million times. I guarantee you, Bubba was in his ear, be stout in the middle, don't give too much space. As the PP, which Ronnie Hickman was on that play, you don't have room to back up. So you got to be stout in your stance and deliver the punch before you release. Stop the initial intrusion before you try to get out.
I like
Can't
that.
be
I like
soft.
that laugh. I know something good coming.
Oh, yeah. So I'm biased.
Or are you?
They need to be cursed out, which they already were. But special teams generally for this football team, minus the kicker, is not necessarily an issue.
Hey, man.
Minus the kicker is
Hey,
not necessarily an issue.
Hey, Phil, you tell me if I'm right or wrong or something. He said you can't back up, and I agree with that. But Ronnie, he wasn't backing up. Looked like he was running out of the way, didn't he? Look at when that guy was bearing down in there on it.
I don't know, man.
Maybe I saw the wrong thing.
The eyes in the sky don't lie. You know what I mean?
He getting out of Dodge.
I'm not saying he's not to blame. I'm not saying he doesn't. Again, I'm sure he was cursed out
one
to a
job.
degree. You got one job, but no, he doesn't have one job. He's not. We're not talking about the kicker. We're not the kicker.
One job.
No, he does not on that
and
play.
he didn't get it done.
I'm telling you, he doesn't have one job on that play. So punt protection is the most complex play because they have to protect, then get out, run 60 to 50 yards down the field, and then make a tackle on
He
the
ain't get
NFL
to
punt
do all
protection.
that.
But that's what your duties are. You got to punch and get out. But that punch is
You
everything.
know that. You ain't got to think about that. You
Right.
know that.
Exactly.
Well-
he failed to do his job.
Well, and then you were talking about Bubba. I mean,
That's my guy,
you know,
Bubba,
Bubba's been under a lot of fire here these last 2 weeks.
And I think mostly because of the kicking
first week-
situation.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
I
that's
agree
his
with you on
job.
that. You can't-
That's what he.
yeah, that's
we-
the kicker.
he's the special teams coach.
Yeah.
And well, he's
You
got
can't make a guy
tag, too.
kick. It's like the picture, right?
Maybe they spending too much time in indoor bullshit.
Right.
Like, he like, I can't help you, Josh. Don't look at me.
No.
and
Why you looking
Josh,
my way? I ain't got
and
nothing
you
to do with
said
this.
it earlier. I mean, we all know that when shit don't go right if you're the special team coach, you're gonna get blamed.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're gonna get all the credit for when everything
Absolutely.
is right. I mean, first week it was Andre. I mean, everybody's talking about let's get rid of Andre, let's cut him.
And that's not a coach's
You
decision.
come back the second week, and we get a punt block. Okay, now they're looking at the special team.
Absolutely.
Saying, damn, wait a minute here.
Absolutely.
Now this 2 weeks in a row. This thing is. I would hate for something to go.
So let me tell you what happens on special teams. It's a revolving door on special teams. So they don't necessarily go into the game with the same core unit because of injury on the defense. Again, everybody who is active on game day and field, y'all know this. It's only 46 guys that's active on. Everybody plays. There's no wasted position.
Right.
So if you're a backup and now you're a starter on core, offense or defense, now they have to elevate somebody else. Now you're probably still a starter on defense now because of injury. And now you have to play that starting position and you have to play special teams and worry about going back on the field. So your duties and responsibilities aren't just special teams. So sometimes what takes a hit? Special teams. And it wins
But
and
Josh, you
loses
sound
games.
so protective of special teams. At what point would it be the coach's fault? At what point
It's the coach's fault regardless.
does he get fired?
No. It's moving too far.
Hold on, wait a minute. It's
He
been so
doesn't
many
co-
coaches that
Right.
have gotten, promotions because
Right.
of your abilities when you were on the
Right.
field,
Absolutely.
right? So at what
Absolutely.
point is it okay? It's the coach's fault. He need to be let go because
Well,
kicker. That's a main.
not
That's a
yet.
main
Not-
course.
the
position.
not
head
yet,
coach-
because
We gonna give him a little while.
the main things we've been experienced are player error.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
You know, it's not nothing that can't be coached.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
And-
I
and
don't
not
think
just that.
necessarily reflects Bubba.
He's not. He's given players. When I coached for the Browns, my specific job was the acquisition, getting guys that just came to the team on a Tuesday after workouts up to speed so they can play on Sunday. I mean, literally, they're less than a week, a calendar week, and I have to get those guys prepared to go out there and play the same week within a couple days. And that's what happened with Bubba. You're giving players on a core position because of injury, and you got to get that guy ready to play.
Hey, if I was the head coach, I'd have went to Josh. God damn it! I told you to get him ready. What the hell?
That's what I'm saying, Josh. Like,
my guy-
I
You
might
sound
have
just
one-
like one of them,
Yeah,
too.
Everett.
What are you doing with him all week?
Yeah.
The chances of an error.
You got one job to do.
Talk to him at all.
God dang it, I'm blaming the offense.
Yeah.
We didn't know we was going to punt 18 times. We were ready 17 times, but we punted 18 times.
You know what I thought was interesting, though, what you said about talking about Ronnie. Obviously, you know, when people are hurt, everybody else got to step in those positions. Yeah, even me as a player, if I had to play special team, I know what I got to do. I can't go out there and be bullshitting. I got to give it everything I got. I got a job to do, and that job, that special team's job is just as important as you being on offense or you being on defense, because again, we all know it's three phases here. We're talking about, and you need all three phases to win a
Absolutely.
ball game.
Absolutely.
And so everybody is got to go, and they got to give everything that they got when it's time
Absolutely.
to play.
No
So-
question.
Are there any positives we can take away from this game? Anything positive y'all want to say? Get the fans.
Run defense.
The run defense.
run defense,
I agree with
okay.
that.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about, you know, in that same breath that Phil just mentioned, we had players, you know, that were talking in the media, right?
Oh yeah, the pregame statements.
Well,
Pre-game statements and
Writing some checks.
well,
Grant Delpit, right?
yeah, I have a positive, and the positive I'm going to take away from it is Miles Garrett. Let me tell you
That's
something.
unfair.
Miles Garrett is something else.
That's unfair.
Miles Garrett is something else. I think you look at him now, I think in 2 games, he's got 5 sacks in 2 games. 2 games now. I think, I think Michael Dean Perry is the closest to him. I think Michael Dean Perry, at the time he played, I think he had 4 sacks in 2 games. Oh, wow. But Miles Garrett, guys, they take people, and Phil, you can speak on this better than anybody here. They take people, they chip him. Mm-hmm. I mean, they try to move their line that way. They keep the tight end in. They try to move a running back over to the side, to his side sometimes. I mean, and I think Miles right now, does he have the freedom where he could pretty much go and line up wherever you want to?
I would say, yeah, depending on the offense, if a team is, heavy run to their strong side, I would have Miles just, hey, wherever the tight end go, you go. You know what I mean? And sometimes if you're going to pass and you want that one-on-one, he might go to the weak side so he can get that one-on-one.
And Josh, before you comment on this, he wasn't going against some slouch. He was going against Ronnie Stanley. Mm-hmm. I mean, you talking that's as good as they come.
Oh yeah.
So it's a different tier. Before I, talk about my, my positive, it's a different tier when you're talking about certain guys. And Miles is elite. Mm-hmm. You have guys that are top tier, 1, 2, 3, 1 being the best. Stanley, 1 tier, but you got an elite guy he's going against. A generational talent.
I would consider Stanley elite.
He's generational.
Yeah, he's up there.
Generational. Meaning that there's only a handful of these guys on the league.
Right.
And it's not a handful of Myles Garrett's out there. You have just a few of Myles Garrett that's still in the league. And even against a good guy who can block, who's significant, you're going to go against a guy like Myles Garrett. You got to block him 100 plays, 60 plays.
He's going to win.
He's going to win a few of those. He's going to win and make a statement. One positive thing I take from this game is the guys that had some talk. One being Grant Delpit. He stood on business. And the defense helped him stand on business. Because when I look at the stats from Henry, he was 11 for 23. Mm-hmm. So that's a positive. That if a guy make a statement, that your team can back it up. But if you make a statement and you can't back it up, now you got to be quiet. Now you got to do that Chappelle. Well, Chappelle would.
He did say about the tackle, but at the same time,
I wanted Phil to say that. Yeah. Chappelle comment.
Phil said I said that on during commercial
break.
Yeah.
if you can't back it up, then you got to go ahead and shut the.
Yeah, I mean.
But he backed it up. And they
stopped the run. They
right.
stopped the run.
Right.
But like I said earlier, I feel like we were too focused on the run.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when it came to the pass, we were getting eaten alive.
And we all know, I mean, to get Derrick Henry where you want to be, you got to give him 25 touches a game. Okay, and out of those 25 touches, I would say if we kept him bundled up like we did, I'd say good deal. But they didn't have to do that. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, he said, okay, you want to do this? You want to bring your guys up, put everybody in the box? You want to stop my run? I know what I'm going to do to you. And that's what he did. He came back, and guys, I tell you what, the Ravens, you can say what you want to say. I was looking at somebody ranked the teams, even with Baltimore. Some people still think Baltimore is number 2 as far as top ranking in the league with that team that they have. I disagree with that. I think they might have 5. They might be, 3, 4, 5, somewhere like that. I don't think they're number 2. But we have to face it. This is a good team. That's why we got to get our shit together right now. Yeah. Because that AFC North, I think even with Cincinnati, and we're going to talk about this, you want me to hold on to this, Maria? I mean, or you want me to go ahead and jump into that?
Go ahead, because we're going to talk about those the post-game, the pre-game statements, too.
Okay. Even so, I think that AFC North, guys, is strong. I think it's still strong, even though we lost a couple people in there. Yeah. I think it's still going to be strong, but we'll see.
I don't disagree. For me, I always thought the AFC North was the toughest conference in football. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have elite quarterbacks. Josh Allen, your Pats, Mahomes, and
Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow, but most of them are in the AFC North. When
Right.
you're talking about Baltimore,
Right.
Cincinnati, and even us for the most part. Even though we have a plethora of quarterbacks, we play good ball here. We need to let it show in the win column. However, I think our offense was flat. I don't. When I blame a team, I don't want to look at special teams. I don't want to look at the defense. I want to look at our means of scoring points. 2 weeks now, we have not put up over 20 points, and for me, that's a problem because you have dynamic tight ends who I think this week I didn't think they did enough, or they were that much in the game plan. I felt like sometimes we can overthink too much. Maybe Stefanski said, they're going to be looking for Fannin to get this. I think he should have still got the type of reps that he got in the first week. Yeah. I think it should have been a lot more screens. The utilization of Fannin and David Njoku wasn't high enough.
So who do you blame for that offensive play call?
Stefanski. Okay. it's not me saying, "Oh, you did wrong." Some people are calling for him to get fired already.
No,
Oh, my Lord.
I just
Every
I
year.
can't understand that.
No.
Right? I just think that
No.
we needed more
No, that's crazy.
explosiveness from this offense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We needed more from the run game. We didn't get it. We saw glimpses. I like how they was working Junkins in there, but he was moving like it was a preseason game. He's working out his kinks. Yeah. But I think we just needed more from that offense.
Who do you from Junkin being in there? Don't you think Sampson for him being in there that really hurt Sampson?
I don't look at Sampson's like a. I hate the way we run sideways. I always hated that. I hate the way we had Chubb and Kareem getting the RPO instead of running downhill.
Yeah.
They're
North and
effective.
south.
Yes, and I don't. Sampson hasn't proven anything for me in the run game. He's a passing back for me right now. He catches very, very well and gets up the field north and south. I want to see him used more in that way, more in the passing game, screen, things of that nature. I just need more explosiveness.
We got to get it together though on offense.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
for
all
sure,
agree on
for
that.
sure.
Now, I don't know who's being messy right here, but someone has the question, should we have kept Kenny Pickett? I don't even want y'all to answer that right now.
Okay.
We're going to go to break. We're going to answer it when we return. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks again to our friends at Northeast Factory Direct. Check them out at any of their great locations in Cleveland, Euclid, Macedonia, or North Canton. And remember to ask about the Big Play Special.
This week's preview is brought to you by Pure AV.
Football season is just around the corner, and Pure AV has everything you need to get your man cave ready with their high-performance audio and video displays.
And if you're worried about keeping a clean interior, they offer hidden audio and video options that allow you to keep that elegant look without sacrificing your favorite technology.
Pure AV can set you up with invisible architectural speakers that are hidden in your walls and ceilings, as well as disappearing TVs that vanish behind art or mirrors.
The guys over at Pure AV are constantly repairing or finishing other AV companies' botched jobs. So why not call them first to eliminate that hassle and headache?
Visit pureavcorp.com today to see everything they offer for your home.
Welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, right now, it's time for the Browns-Packers preview. You guys, I don't know, looking at that game last week, I don't know what to expect this week, but you can tell the viewers what should they expect going up against the Packers.
Boy, this is going to be tough for them. I mean, this is going to be, the good thing about it, the positive thing, we're playing them at home. And we're going to have our fans behind us. But this Packers team right now, with Jordan Love, obviously the quarterback playing at such a high level, but where I'm going to throw is their defense. I mean, and our offense right now is struggling, but their defense is playing so well right now.
That's going to be the key. Our offense are going to have they need to have the toughest week of practice, especially the O-line, to go up against Michael Parsons and this defense. So I mean they're going to have the work cut out for them, but if they could throw whatever they can at him, chip him, whatever, man. That's what they got to do. And the defensive line, just like last week, they got another good runner in Josh Jacobs, and he can run you over like Henry, but he can also juke you better than Henry. So he's a lot quicker and things like that. So we gotta on defense, we got our work cut out as well. It's not by any means going to be an easy game, and I'm just excited to see what these guys are going to do.
I'm going to put some money on the game. I think the Browns are going to take this.
Oh, my God. Here. I'm calling our accountant. Don't let him touch nothing. Nothing big on the Browns.
I think the Browns got this.
You know what
I think the Browns are going to do
bet?
good.
He's going to bet the fish.
Oh, yeah? Okay, something.
That's
Lord.
a safe bet.
I think
Phil's
Flacco.
gonna end up with all his fish.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Why wouldn't I support this team? People just like, oh, you buy.
You got those rose-colored glasses on.
Look, I'm talking about the matchups. I said it when we played the Cincinnati Bengals, which we should have won. Can anybody up here doubt that we shouldn't have beat the Cincinnati Bengals?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
No. Answer this question. Should we have won against the Cincinnati Bengals?
Yeah,
we should have
sure.
won. We missed two kicks. Powerful. That were gimmies, right? We should have beat them. I said it before we matched up. We beat them on the scorecard. We beat them statistically. It didn't show up in the win column. However, that's a fluke to me. I think this is another one of those games where I look at them pound for pound. We match up well against this team. Y'all going to see it because in the trenches, we're going to win in the trenches. And it's just going to show, and it should show this week at home in the win column. So I'm going to put some money on it because I believe in the trenches and in the matchups like I did if Andre don't mess this up. If not for Andre, And I hope I don't want his psyche to get upset, but if there's no kicking issues, we win this game.
Well,
it might be about a little bit, but we win this game.
Well, let me give you
Mark my words.
Let me give you some advice before you go and. Bet
I don't
your
need
money.
no advice. I don't want you to talk me out of it.
Please,
Don't talk me out of it.
Please, Top Dog, give us some advice.
Before you put your money on this, and I don't want you to lose.
It's already done.
Gonna lose everything we got
It's
here.
already
Don't let him do it.
I'm gonna need a loan.
Maria, I don't want him to lose the fish.
No,
either,
no, right. We gotta sell the house, Hammer. He done did too much.
Let's wait and see and look at that injury report because I mean, have anybody heard anything about Denzel Ward? Do we know where he is right now?
I haven't. I don't think it's serious. I think he rightfully pulled a veteran move to whereas if we're losing by 20-something points,
Can't do that.
And why you gonna have that guy,
can't
the
do
guy out there? I'm not
can't.
saying you can't do it.
'Cause,
I'm saying, hey, come bring him out the game.
We
to
played on the
save him.
same team together. When have we seen that?
Can't do that.
I think Denzel will be out there this week. I'm gonna look
You
at
know
the injury
who
report.
we've
That
played
will
with,
affect me.
and we've lost some games.
I'm gonna Google it.
I don't think we lost
I might have to text him like, you good,
that
bro?
bad, but
Here's the thing, man. I'm telling you, they say it was cramps. Okay, that's what they say was wrong with it.
That'll do it.
But
That'll
normally,
do it.
what happens though, you guys know, if you're catching cramps, you go to the sideline, and this is why I think it may be something serious. I hope it's not, but that's why I think it is. Because normally, when you guys know when you have cramps, you go to the sideline, they give you fluids, or they take you in, and then you back on the field. Yeah. I mean, and you might get them again, but you're still going back on the field.
You going back on the field?
He.
$60 million a year. You going back on the field and
41 to 17.
41 to 7.
But see,
your team
it
lose.
wasn't 41 then.
I know, but
it
it was
wasn't.
headed in the direction of a
But you
41 type
can't-
game.
But listen to me. You can't think that way. You know you can't
Yeah,
think
you
that way.
can't think that way. But this is not our football. This is not the football that me and you used to play.
Love it.
This is not the football we used to play.
I know that's not the case with him. I mean, you trying to say
nowadays they protect the money.
I'm trying to say
They
that
protect
we
the
need
money.
him for a game that we have a chance to win. And I think I thought about this differently. I used to be like, man, you gotta be out there. No, I need him for the game, the long haul.
Well, let me ask you
for
this.
those real games where we're in, we need a Denzel Ward out there.
Well, let
if
me
we're
ask
20
you-
points
So
down in
you
the
would
fourth quarter,
rather, as a coach, you would rather pull your starter, pull someone in, put someone in that may not know what they're doing,
Right.
and risk them getting hurt
Right.
or getting somebody else getting hurt.
they know what they're doing. Everybody plays on a 46-man roster. This is the NFL. NFL is business. It's not for long. I need a starter for the games that we have to actually have a shot in. It's a business move. It always has
Well,
been.
here's
If
my
we're
question.
that's why they take the quarterback out in 5 minutes. If you can't win, get my starter out of
Well,
here.
here's
That's
my-
why they do that.
Here's my-
We need him for the long haul.
Here's my question. Do anybody know exactly when he went out? Because I don't know exactly when he
That
went
matters.
It does matter, and I think he had an opportunity.
We
He
still have a
may
team.
have had an opportunity, and the coach was like, "No, go sit down."
out. No, but was it like at halftime or before the half? Or-
I have no idea, but it was whenever we
but
were out
because
of the game.
Because you said
Nah,
at
but
half-
if coach tell you sit down, that's it. And when
Right.
coach tell you you're done, you're done.
Word has
There
it.
is no-
Schwartz told him to sit down.
there is no way.
I'm sticking to it. Word has it. Schwartz told him to sit down, and he was trying to go back out there, trying to grab his helmet. Coach was like, "No, we down by
Nah,
30."
they ain't pulling the
You
tape.
did
They
say at
ain't
one
taking
point.
We
his
down
helmet.
by
You did say
15.
take Flacco out.
Yeah, just because, again, if
Nah,
this
they
is your
couldn't do
guy,
that.
I mean, we didn't have an opportunity. After a certain point, the game was over. It was no way to come back from that. So then you started trying to get guys in because you got to work. You got to play. It's a long season. We got 18 games now.
So you would have got
18
Dylan.
games.
You would have got Dylan Gabriel. Basically, could have got a whole quarter.
Yeah, he came in the game, I think, one drive too late. One drive too late. We were out of contention to win this football game. One drive ago,
Well,
he should have came in.
I don't think I see what you have. Dylan was playing against backups.
Yeah.
I mean, they had took all their starters out of
Absolutely.
the game. I mean,
Rightfully so, right?
They say, hey, we got this game. We don't need any more. We're going to. So I don't want
embarrassing.
everybody to get all excited. I mean, yeah, you can get excited over the kid. He threw a touchdown pass and threw
We
three
know he's
passes.
capable. We know he's
We
capable.
know he's capable, but if the Ravens would have let them horses loose on him, it would have been a different story back then.
Let me tell you
They
this,
have some
though.
horses back there.
Let me
boy.
tell y'all this. You did not give me a reason not to put my money on the Browns this week.
The fact that they brought their
8.5.
reserve players out on us the week
We
before.
shouldn't have to give you a reason. You should see.
Yeah. Someone wipe his glasses off. Anybody got some Windex for his glasses? He can't
Do
see
you
right
not
now.
see who they gave 120? They gave 120 or
Mark my
120
words.
guarantee. Michael Parsons.
Hey, you know why Micah Parsons don't matter right now? Because what did we lose by against the Ravens? And we got the best guy on our team. Micah Parsons ain't out there scoring touchdowns.
But he
can't.
But he.
It's about us, not about them.
But their team, their offense.
We're gonna match up well against them. I promise.
Okay.
All right, so look, we
So I'm
posted
gonna be
that.
texting y'all
Green Bay
through the
got a
game.
good offense
Okay.
too now.
They do,
that's
but
what I'm telling
I know
them,
Jacobs
babe.
Love is hitting his stride. We match up well against them. We're gonna get to the quarterback. His time is gonna be off. I promise you guys this.
I hope so, man.
Before we-
promise you.
before
Y'all
we-
can clown me
We
next
gonna
week.
we gonna be there.
I'll
We gonna
look
be
at
there.
it next
Before
week.
We gonna be there.
Before we take a break, we hear you. There's no one that want the Browns to win. Tell them more than us. I mean, we want to
For
see
real.
them win.
I'm just
But-
saying.
They just
These
being
are
realistic.
these are one of the games that
Hanford, when you said
realistic. I'm
I'm just
realistic.
saying, when Hanford
I don't
said
want
at the beginning
realistic.
of the
Give my
segment,
money up.
When he said the Packers have an awesome defense, in my head that rang, oh, our offense ain't gonna be able to go nowhere.
I
We
don't
stuck.
think their defense
We're stuck.
is too much for this offense at home. Under the certain situations that we're in this particular point of the season, I think we'll be able to score. We'll be able to stop them.
And with the same,
it's not going to
with
be
the
a
same
high scoring
kickers.
game.
With the I understand it's a home game. With the same kickers, the same special team players.
Smith is going to get the job done.
Okay, well, let me see. We posted our Lipton Hard Iced Tea poll of the week on X yesterday. We asked, how would you grade the defense's performance through the first 2 weeks of the season? 19% said an A+ or A. 44% said A-, B+. 26% said B, B-, and 11% said C+ or worse. So 44% is at A-, B+. They still
That's
hopeful
only
about
because
the
they
defense.
got a 41 point.
Y'all should
put
have
up
asked them
on
how would they rate the offense,
I
or is
give
that
them-
just evidence?
I give the defense an A.
We just gotta have everybody. We need everybody. We need everybody on that defense. We can't, as we were able to see. I mean, the secondary has got to have both Newsome and Ward playing in that ball game. And I was a little bit shocked though of some of the things they were able to do to our defense and some of our defensive backs. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
We'll get into that a little bit later. Now,
No.
Uh-oh.
I just want to say this.
Oh, here we
Going
go.
into a game, if I'm a coach, I'm going to look at certain stats I want my defense to hit. If Phil Taylor's on the offensive line, I'll give him a goal. If he reached that goal, he gets an A, right? If I give you a goal for picks or knockdowns and you reach that goal, you get an A, right? Our defense talked trash. They said, hey, we're going to eliminate Derrick Henry. They eliminated Derrick Henry. The pass in the game, we outgained them pound for pound, yard to yards. They won. The things that they won over our team didn't show up in the stats. So when you look at what the defense actually did as far as their goals, they set them, they completed them. If I say, hey, you do that again, every game you could do that, we'll win.
That's why I disagree with
It's
you.
not the defense. It wasn't the
The
defense.
minor goals was complete, but the total goal of winning the game was not.
Right.
But that doesn't lie
Right.
specifically on the defense.
Yes,
I
we do.
told
You know
time
what
and
it-
time again, you need complimentary. You, can't go out there every 3 plays and play 10, 20 plays.
You know what a win is for the defense? If they block a punt, okay, don't give up no more than 3. If they cause if our offense calls a turnover, don't give up no more than 3 points. We can't give up touchdowns. I don't care where they start from. We can't give up touchdowns.
So you can go out there and play 20 snaps and with only 3 snaps in between. Your break is 3 snaps.
If that's what we
because
have
the
to
Browns
do.
was going 3
That's
and
what-
out,
that's
and
what
then
we-
you had to go out there for another 20 snaps.
Hello,
That's what we train for.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what we train for. That's why you're in shape. That's why you're ready to go.
And they did it for a whole half,
You gotta
and they
do it.
held
You
that game tight.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
You gotta do what you
It's-
gotta do.
You got to do what you got to do.
I got you.
And you know what we got to do,
See,
y'all? We
you
got to go to
convinced
break.
me.
We got to go to
Okay,
break,
you
y'all.
convinced
When we
me.
come back, we're going to take a trip around the league. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks again to our friends at Pure AV. Be sure to check them out at pureavcorp.com.
Around the League is brought to you by Preston Superstore. It's officially tailgate season, and right now you take advantage of Preston Superstore's incredible offers on new Ford F-150s and Chevy Silverado. And they do more than just truck. They make the whole car buying process easy with 3 dealerships located in nearby Burton, Preston Chevy, Preston Ford, and Preston Kia. Preston Superstore is family owned and operated for over 30 years. They truly care about their customers and the communities they serve. So go check them out right now in person or online at PrestonSuperstore.com. You'll will be glad you did.
Welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, this segment right here is Around the League, and it's brought to you by Preston Superstore. Now, you guys, let's take a little trip. I know this is Brownstown. We got to go around the league. Got to show a little bit of love. Bengals 31 over Jaguars 27. Seahawks 31 over the Steelers 17. What was up with that fumble and the kick return? What happened with that? That, Josh?
Caleb Johnson.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you mentioned
Josh still
that.
mad at y'all. I think he mad at y'all.
No, because
I'm not mad.
First of all,
He ain't talking no
First of
more.
all, I hate this new kickoff thing. I mean,
Terrible.
I just
Gosh,
absolutely
the worst.
hate it. But y'all, please explain to me what the hell happened, because I just don't know. I'm like the guy,
Absolutely.
the kickoff return,
Right.
You know?
And I think this is and I'm gonna say a bigger issue of the rules that are different in college at the collegiate level than at the NFL level. I think these two committees kind of need to come together, college and the NFL, because they're trying to make it to the highest level of play. So the rules should be significantly similar. So they're different. The kickoff rules. So in college, if you miss a catch or don't catch the ball and it lands in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this rookie player for the Steelers, he assuming the same thing.
Thought he was
He
in
probably
college.
was back there a bunch of times. He knows the rules at the collegiate level. Once it hits to the end zone, it's a dead play. They don't even look back. They keep it running.
Right.
Sometimes those guys get confused at the collegiate level and think the ball is going in the end zone and they don't touch it. And they're like, oh, it didn't get in the end zone, so they have to get on the ball. In this case, the ball in the end zone, you have to still get on the ball at the NFL level. It's not an automatic, down play. You have to actually possess the ball for the ref to then blow it dead. He didn't get on the ball. Other team did. Touchdown.
You might have thought it was going out the back of the end
That
zone.
is coaching.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Coaching
you think
101.
That coach wanted to go hide somewhere.
He has to go hide somewhere,
Yeah.
and I'm
Or was it a
surprised
brain
he didn't
fart?
get ridiculed.
Yeah.
The brain
because
fart.
even with me coming into the NFL, your coach beats the difference, the rule changes, the football IQ at the NFL level, how important that is to maintain these different nuances. Stepping out of bounds and then touching the ball. Knowing that ball advances to the 40-yard line, knowing all the different nuances on special teams. For him not to know that's coaching.
Well, how do you guys feel about this kickoff rule? I mean, you like it, or you
Let me-
like the new one, or you like the
Let me
old
speak
one?
on
I think
real
they
quick. Go ahead,
changed it too
Phil.
much. I think they changed too much stuff. I get the main focus was just to kind of, kind of silence some of the big collisions.
hits and collisions.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But I watched the games. There's still some big hits going
Right.
on. You know what
It's
I mean?
football. It's a gladiator sport.
You know what I mean? So I don't think this rule change necessarily is the best.
I get that. This new style, they call it dynamic kick return, gives the returner, an ability to have value in the NFL. Before, they didn't have value. You could teams were just kicking it out of bounds. Now you can't. You can't kick it out of bounds or outside the kickoff zone, or you're giving the offense a 40-yard line to start at the 40. Yeah. That's significant. That means
more pressure on the kicker.
Yeah, and it's more returns. It's more pressure on the kicker,
Yeah.
and it's more returns. Just like in the kicking situation when they moved the kickoff, the PATs back to the 35, making a 35, which is a lot harder than the PAT from the 3-yard line. Yeah. So this actually creates more demand for kick returners, for returners that have some type of ability, who have done it before, and there's going to be a lot more excitement. A team ran a kickoff return back for a touchdown. So what people don't understand, in a dynamic kick return, where they're aligned, that's where they would be anyway if they was running far. When a guy catches the ball, when the returner catches the ball, that's where they would be.
Yeah.
That's about where they would be anyway, traditionally, when they're running down the field. It's just supposed to eliminate 40 yards of sprinting.
Well, here's what I think is crazy. I mean, even if you, if you watch the average return, they're gonna be right there, probably somewhere around the 35-yard line. I mean,
I just think it's
just
not
don't get it.
been good returners.
Me
out
personally, and I like the old way because 9 out of 10 times when you're a kicker, you're not trying to kick the ball out of bounds. You want to kick it deep. You want to see him return it, and as on the kickoff team, you got to bust your butt. You got to get there and try to make the tackle.
I'm with you. I remember the wedge.
Right.
I remember
Right.
having those. That was football.
Right.
And I wish that could come back because people still get injured the same way.
And let me say this before we take a break. Here's what you like. If you could pop through, It's over, ain't it, dog?
Exactly. You see that kicker? It's you and the kicker. It's over.
All right.
You gonna make it miss?
Absolutely.
The Bengals defeated
dog
the
know.
Jaguars 31-27, but Joe Burrow went down with a a toe
Turf toe.
Turf toe. What is that?
Tough.
What is that, y'all?
I've had it in college.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't to the degree where I needed to get surgery, but it's terrible.
It's terrible.
You know, as a defensive lineman, I'm always like running straight up, like just running is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Stopping and firing off when your foot is bent, that's what hurts the most.
Boy, anytime you do anything to those toes, I mean, it's just crazy. I'll tell you this. This was probably about 6 months ago. I was in my house and I hit my toe.
Stumped it over on the side of the corner of the bed.
And look, I went to. I mean, I'm telling you, it was so painful. I went to the.
They make
I went
memes
to
on
the
that.
clinic. Yeah, I went to the clinic and had it X-ray because I said, man, something's wrong
You
here.
broke it.
And shit, doctor told me, he said, shit, boy, you
Grow up, man.
you gonna be all right.
acting like a baby.
Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Ice on it.
Dog coming in here complaining about a toe.
We talking about turf toe.
Now, that's low down.
Yeah, I
Maria.
know.
That's low
He
down.
talking about the lights being off and
Yeah,
him.
I'm glad it's all right now.
Yeah, he talking about stomp toe.
I got a little bruise. So with this, okay, reportedly he's going to be out for about 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, we trading all our stock on the Bengals.
So the Bengal season is over.
Oh,
They got
I'm trying to trade
Jake
T
Browning coming
Higgins.
in.
I'm trying to trade T Higgins. Nobody don't want to take him off my hands. I can't even. I'm trying to get something for him.
Tough.
I think that maybe would motivate them a little bit because because they still got their two playmakers and guys, all that money they spent on that offense with those two wide receivers and everybody.
defense
So
in there.
it's got we'll see.
still hope for 'em?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think there's still hope for them. I think they still probably will make the playoffs.
Okay.
What about a trade? You think they might go after somebody?
Boy, that's a big possibility.
Like Shador?
Yeah, that's a good.
They might need Shador.
It was one game.
No,
Go get you a Kirk Cousins or
We're not
somebody.
giving up. We're not giving up Shador.
Okay.
Now. We gotta-
Nah.
They said Shador might be going down there to Miami with Tua.
Oh,
indeed.
Lord.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Oh.
All right.
Stop with the gossip. None of the gossip column. I
Y'all
did.
know what game I did
I-
like though?
What you
Chiefs
gonna
and the
say?
Eagles. If I didn't have this Browns on right here, this gear right here, y'all might see Maria in them Eagles gear. Cause
Nah,
that-
you
I'm
fly with the wind.
Hey, you better not
Whatever
say
team,
that.
whatever
Birds.
team going.
that
about
was
to
a
get the
good
bird
game.
catcher. I'm about to get-
Did y'all watch the game?
I like the
Little bit,
game.
Chiefs
yeah.
and the Eagles. That was a good game.
I like the game
Yeah.
between the Bucks and the Texans.
Chiefs look.
I was
they-
seeing our former players.
Who's
Baker Mayfield,
yeah.
Baker look good, man.
and
Baker
Chubb,
look good.
and Chubb.
You
right?
said Chubb was doing his thing.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown,
They
21
said he
yard
shouldn't have
touchdown.
scored though, man.
Nah, he was a wide open hole, and then he put the just to show y'all said something wrong with my knees.
He's like, look at this.
But no, that was a great run. But
I still think
everything
Chubb
else
is-
before that, feel like they couldn't get nothing going.
dog.
Well, they was
in the
getting,
run game.
it was a lot of penetration.
Yeah.
It was a ton of penetration,
Hey.
but the other back looked a little bit more rejuvenated.
What's
that-
real
what's that
quicker.
handle?
Yeah, young
Yeah,
guy.
Rook.
Hey,
Rookie,
dog,
yeah.
before we take a break, let me say this. Hell, I could have ran through that whole Chubb ran
Man,
through.
oh, you ain't shit.
Not with that toe. Not with that toe. You
It
done
was-
stubbed. Now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good to see.
With that stomp toe.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Said now with that toe.
Look, you guys. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere.
Oh my!
Thanks again to our great friends at Preston Superstore. They have the nicest people serving the nicest guests. So check them out at any of their 3 locations in Burton or visit them online at PrestonSuperstore.com.
Fall means football, friends, and family at your place. Make sure your home is game day ready with help from our friends at Floors.
And now's the best time because it's National Kerosene Month. Celebrate with up to $1,000 in rebates on luxury carpet and flooring, plus 3 years no interest financing.
Floors is locally owned and operated, and your trusted experts for hardwood, carpet, waterproof, and pet-proof flooring.
Check them out online at yourfloors.com or one of their 3 convenient locations in Strongsville, Copley, and Mayfield Heights.
Floors with a Z, where every step feels like home.
Welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, this segment right here is called A Trip Down Memory Lane. We're going to take it right now, and it's brought to you by Floors, but that's Floors with a Z. Now, this weekend is the 40th anniversary of the Dog Pound. I feel like it's your weekend. This is Top Dog's weekend.
Well, it is. I mean, myself and my partner Frank Minifield, and it'd be nice if they surprised us this weekend. At halftime or something, meet us in the middle of the field, give us a check for $1 million a piece. You know, because
Dog pound royalties.
Yes.
all that money
Dog pound
they
royalties.
made and still making off the dog pound, and it wouldn't hurt them.
It wouldn't hurt them at all. They ain't nothing but some chump
It
change.
Or at least in the dog pound, the ticket sales from the dog pound section.
Hey, come on,
Yes,
Jimmy.
sir.
Look out for your
Yeah.
boy. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
give him a
The originators of the dog pound deserve some compensation.
That's
all
Dawg
we
with
say.
the W.
Come on,
Yeah.
he's a legend right here.
DAWG.
But it's going to be a good time. I mean, because we've also they've also tied it in with alumni weekend, so it'll be just so many of the alumni here that we'll all just get a chance to sit around, shoot the shit. I mean,
Y'all be shocked when y'all see some of the ex-players, your ex-teammates. You're like, you done let yourself go, man. Yeah. You
Like,
heard
you
of
was a
treadmill
DB,
or
now you're a
anything? Nah.
linebacker. You're a DB, now you look like a D.
Yeah.
You're like a D tackle now.
hey, that's why this whole week, you know, I've been. I think that's the only diet I've had in 2
Diet
weeks.
Coke.
Drink. I've just replaced it with water.
So you can
slim down.
prepare.
Yeah, so you can see all the boys.
Yeah.
I've been
boy,
doing all
look.
right.
Yeah, you look good, dog. You know,
You're like, well, you know, I've been working out.
You got a few plays there, you know. I got 2, you know. I look
To
at
keep
them.
it humble.
But it's fun though. I mean, because old war stories, you guys know we tell with all of us. So it's gonna be good. You guys looking forward to it?
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I like, seeing some of the guys that we used to, fight and blood, sweat, and tears with, and because the camaraderie is what I really miss about the sport. Not really getting hit and being injured and everything like that. I miss the fan base, but this is the camaraderie.
I wish I was in there to hear some of them locker room stories. No, Maria.
There was a lot of them.
Maria's here
We're
right
gonna
now.
have to get Maria out of here first, because there was a lot of them.
I can't hear.
Man,
I
oh,
won't
man.
listen. I won't listen now.
Hey, Johnson,
The
you can
Chronicles.
put that all you want.
It ain't no worse than a barbershop.
Is that
The
It
Cleveland
ain't no worse
I
than a
always wonder
barbershop.
how the team meetings would end up at the strip club. That was just my only concern at home. I'm like, how y'all go from the team meeting at Applebee's to downtown at Christie's? What's going on?
Lord,
Did you see?
I
Josh?
can neither confirm nor deny any such meetings.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know nothing about that.
Maria, you gotta get us out of this one.
I
you
know, I know you
If
guys-
anything, we was over Fieldhouse.
Okay.
We was over
That's-
Fieldhouse.
Having prayer.
Or Joe House.
Prayer time,
playing
right.
Blu-ray.
Y'all, we love y'all so much for watching. Are we all in agreement that we're going to win this? We're going
Birthday-
to get
birthday
this
boy.
W this week. Top Dog said it. Happy 40th
Oh, yeah.
anniversary to the Top Dog himself and all the dog pounds. Look, we'll see you next time on the Top Dog Show.
Thanks again to Lipton Hard Iced Tea. And thank you to all of our sponsors from today's show. Smart Choice, Northeast Factory Direct, Preston Superstore,